welcome to the Glint Standard. Today we're going to be talking about our summer favorites with Miriam and myself, Jonathan. So get ready. So Miriam, today we're talking about our summer favorites, kind of like our picks for what's working today and what we've noticed is working well in our office space. So one of the things that I've noticed for myself is summer automation. So with summertime, you have a lot of holidays. You have 4th of July, now you have Juneteenth, you have Father's Day, Mother's Day, all these different holidays around this time. So it can get really, really difficult to get these different email campaigns and automations out. So something that I found that has really helped me is, as we've delved deeper into automations, is I've noticed that scheduling these out and utilizing our system, Glintegration, has been really helpful for scheduling not only email campaigns and kind of those spur-of-the-moment ideas that clients have, but also these long-planned campaigns so that we can get these things out right when people need to see them, and allows us to still have our free time, and we're not bending over backwards on major holidays and having to pull away from family if we're at the lake to quickly type something out and put it out there. So that's one of the biggest things I've noticed, going into this summer. I don't know, what have you seen that's really helped you, or some cool trends?
I mean, automation in general, I think just for social, right, being able to plan those ahead. IG has now the ability where you can schedule your post within the actual app, same as Facebook, right? Most all of them have where you can go in, but you could always just call us and we can schedule them for you. But yes, that's one thing for sure I've noticed that has made it so much easier. But another one big, I think, thing this summer, and probably a little bit before summer, but I've really been integrating and playing with it during the summer, is when you collaborate, specifically on IG, let's say you and another brand decide to do something together. So for example, we work with a brewery, right, with Parker County, and they do what they call their Taps and Tunes every Wednesday, or we post on Wednesday, but every Thursday, and they have an artist that comes. And what we've realized now is that you can actually create a reel, post it. Now I will say you do have to use the IG platform because they make it to where it's you have.
There's always that little catch.
It's here's this goodie, but you have to use our platform. And so but what you can do now is that instead of just tagging somebody and them getting the notice, oh, I've been tagged, let me post it to my story, or I have to do this extra step. Now all they have to do is literally accept the collaboration and automatically post on their feed. So they don't have to do anything else. So whatever engagement they're getting with the post, you're also going to be tracking and seeing that as well, because you're both, quote unquote, collaborating on this. Now I will say, if you're not aware and you don't sync it and you don't do it right when you're posting, IG hasn't quite launched being able to go in there and edit it and redo it. So if you know from the get-go that that's something that you're going to be doing, you're going to be working with a brand, make sure that you're going in there and setting those that collaboration tag from the beginning. But yeah, I think that's definitely one of the biggest things this summer that has been really useful in terms of just increasing that engagement.
I know you've been working really hard. You've mentioned that before, that a lot of times, in our meetings, you've mentioned that you got this really cool idea you have with collaboration. And stuff. So I know you've been working really hard on that. Something else I know you've been really playing around with and doing more with has been memes. The meme queen.
Okay, so it's great because again, it's what is going to get people to really get to know who you are as a brand, right? Who we are, who our clients are when we're posting for them. And again, going back to Parker, because I feel like we get to do a lot of crazy creative things with them. Just because they are a brewery.
They give us a lot of really great freedom.
I mean, we have the whole lore situation, and I mean, if y'all want to know about that, y'all can. But we have really good just ideas, creativity that's just flowing for them. And one thing that I have played with a lot with their post is creating memes. And what I've seen is, I mean, it doesn't even have to be crazy. It doesn't even have to be you're just oh, I just, what am I supposed to do? I mean, there's already these basic memes that go viral, and it's just how can I take this meme how can I take whatever this is and how can I apply that to my brand, right? So like the most recent one that I think I did for Parker was when someone's asking like what's on your mind, and it's like the person of just like the sketch of somebody, and like you could put in their little brain what you're thinking of, right? And that's it.
Simple.
And it was like one of like the biggest engagement posts that they had in comparison to even talking about like their actual products and services. People know what they have. They know, okay, they're a brewery. Thanks for the update on the new beer. Thanks for the update on what's on the menu. But like, hey, this really resonated with me. This really made me laugh. Like it, share it, or whatever it may be, right? And so I think that definitely, if you're not doing that, or if your senior management isn't quite ready for memes, I would definitely do some research, because the numbers are there.
Yeah, for sure. I think that that's something that a lot of people discount. Don't discount the power of a good meme. Something I remember I got in a discussion with somebody about a few years back is how memes are kind of becoming our generation's version of political cartoons. And the impact and different messages that you can utilize them for. Like you said, there's all kinds of templates, so they're very malleable. So we can bend them and use them in different ways to give different messages. They can be satirical. They can be purely comical. They can even have some more poignant points if you want them to. So yeah, they're a great use case for any kind of marketing application.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But yeah, I know you've been working really hard on those, both on the collaborations and also memes. We have to keep it a little bit more levity here sometimes. I know that sometimes, memes are a fun thing, but it can drive you, sometimes you can drive you nuts sitting there. And something like I've loved as well that we've been doing just as our environment here at Glint is like we've been having, lately we've been having a lot of movie days. We've been kind of keeping it light here, something in the background, and I've noticed we've found that we can pull messages or themes from some of the movies we're watching as we're working and apply it to some of the messaging that we do for different blogs or different email campaigns. Because a lot of those messages, for example, one of the ones we were watching is Creed. We're big Rocky fans here.
Shout out to Aaron.
Yeah, shout out to Aaron. We are huge Rocky and Creed fans here, and something that I've noticed is there's whole marketing campaigns designed around the message and the archetype of Apollo Creed, which is really interesting. You can find that these different character archetypes can be applied to campaigns, and when you create kind of a figurehead or figure idea, you can apply that to the product. So as an example, like with Apollo Creed, we actually wrote a blog not too long ago talking about how Apollo Creed is the figure form of a lot of marketing campaigns of hard work, the idea of coming from nothing and working your way up, kind of that fighter's mentality that can go into your products and your work. So be sure to check out that blog if you want to know a little bit more about that. But yeah, so that was some of the stuff that we're loving here at Glint. Some of the things that we find are working. We're always trying, experimenting with new and different things. If you'd like to learn about some of those new things and learn about some of the cool and exciting things that we've been experimenting and trying here at the Glint Advertising Agency, be sure to check us out on all social media platforms. We're on all of them. And then you can also check out all episodes of the Glint Standard on our website or any one of our social media platforms. So be sure to check us out, and we can't wait to see you there. Almost.
So cool.